Brady, he's the youngest of our 4 boys, but he's the biggest, and he's always been the biggest. A lot of his life, he was a little misunderstood. You could very well just get the impression that he's kind of rough around the edges. He is just the opposite. He is the most genuine and kind kid. It just makes me so happy that we hadn't lost that about him. Brady was 16 at the time last year, and he had been struggling with some mental health issues. He'd been seeing a counselor to try to get through some of the emotions that he was feeling, and we knew that. We had pretty open conversations with him and with all the boys, so we sort of thought we had all the bases covered. You never know what somebody's thinking. Whatever was going on with him at the time was bigger than him. I turned 50 this year, so I was on a vacation with my girlfriends, and we had just pretty much landed and unpacked, and I got a call from my sister-in-law. From what I understood at the time, they were keeping him alive for me to come home and say goodbye to. At the very beginning, we were sort of told, don't expect a lot. Every minute was for that minute. It was one little miracle after another. We knew that there was a spark there. We would give him like tactile toys to play with. He was starting to move his arm around, and he was sort of fidgety with his positioning. We sort of thought, if this is the best we'll get from this, then okay, I can touch him, I can feel him, I can hug him, I can kiss him, I'll take it. And then a little while later, it was he opened his eyes, and then a minute later they were talking about therapies. Every milestone we thought was such a reach, we were meeting.
My son, Jaden, played hockey with 2 of the 4 Prochnow boys, so we've gotten really close with them over the years. He called me and let me know that this had happened. He was very upset.
My son is friends with Brady's brother. Initially, I was just like, oh, we need to help the family.
I was talking to my coworker, Melissa, about a friend of mine had this awful story about a friend of theirs. No names were being dropped. The more we talked, we realized we're talking about the same family. I still had pay it forward money left. She had pay it forward money left, and it just made sense that we would do this.
We started the pool. We had no idea what we would get. Immediately, it just started growing and growing, which just gave us shivers.
Brady was making this miraculous recovery, and we were able to raise over $70,000 for this family.
We kind of knew they were ready to get discharged and go to a rehab facility, so we knew we needed to, get to them. So Heidi and Melissa and I met the family down in the lobby at Sanford.
I remember kind of looking up at Stephanie, and she was just like, thinking, you're not going to believe this. I opened it up and I just thought, I'm doing the math in my head, like how many people did this?
Our buckets were full, very much so. We were so overcome with emotion.
Overwhelmed, tears of gratefulness. I remember her saying, I don't know how we can thank you.
Everything else is still happening in life, and that gift was more than enough to keep doing things that we needed to do in order to be with him every minute of the day, which is the only place I wanted to be. He had it within himself that he wants to get better. He just kept pushing.
My right side isn't as strong as my left side yet. I can throw baseball, I can throw football, I can do all the sporty stuff.
Every day, he's just keeping us hopeful that he can get back to doing the things that he loves to do.
Being the deserving family that they are for such an amazing cause, one that sometimes doesn't get talked about but really should. I got several emails from employees stating, thank you for doing this. I struggle with mental health. My brother struggles, my sister struggles. I was hearing stories from everyone, and it was truly overwhelming.
We are so lucky to get another chance at this, that people don't always get that. If he can do anything that can bypass the tragic part, that's what I want to do.